Hello there, it's Patricia from Pinky's World, and I'm making more Halloween treats for the grandchildren. These are just really cute, easy little boxes, just decorated with stamps. No DSP, just nice coloured cardstock, so choose Halloweeny colours. And the lid is just tucked in, so there's no fuss and bother with Velcro or magnets or whatever. And inside it's holding about 5 packets of these wee popping candies. So they all come in different colours, different flavours and whatever. And I thought it was just a neat wee box, so easy and simple. If you're doing like craft fairs or anything, these would be ideal. Kids coming to the door, you know, it gives you something to do making them, and it's nice to be able to give them, hand them over. I enjoy it anyway, I'm sure you do too. So we're going to make one. It's extremely easy, it doesn't take a lot of stuff. Stamp set is Tricks and Treats, which thankfully is still available. There's so much stuff disappearing. It's annoying, to be honest with you. The lovely Abundant Beauty stencils that I've been using are out of stock at the minute. Hopefully back at the end of the month. But so what you need is 3.5 inches by 7.5 inch piece of card in your chosen colour. And then we're going to do some score. So line up your 7.5 inch side, and we're going to score that 1 1/4, 2 inches, 4 3/4 inches, and 5.5 inches. And then we're going to score it at 3/4 of an inch on both sides. I'm just going to do it from here in. Turn it round. And again into that 3/4 of an inch, and then go to the smallest part up here. It's a bad light for you. This part here is your closing lid. So we want to measure down from here down to 2 and where's my measurements? 2 and what? 2 3/4. So go down to 2 3/4, right? And just you're going to score a wee line from there to there. You're not going over that score line there. I know it's very hard to see in this terrible light. It is so dark so early, it's unbelievable. Right, so 2 3/4, go into there to that first 3/4 of an inch mark, flip it over and do the same 2 3/4 into that wee line. So I'll just show you it. You can see here and here, so you're still not working into that black. If like me you go over slightly, put it back in and run your thing down, and that gets rid of that for you. Okay, so sorry about the flashing light. I'm working with an overhead light and it doesn't like reflection at all. So we're going to do a bit of cutting and then we'll do our scoring. So we want to cut into the bottom. Well, this will be the front end. The lid's up here. So we're scoring into these 2 lines here, just up to the 3/4 inch. So just cut them up. You can tail them in just to keep them nice and tidy. You're going to actually chop them down another wee bit. I think I'm at the wrong side of my card there. Nighttime is not good for videos, sure it's not. So we'll cut into this, into this. Now you can cut those away actually while you're there. Just make them shorter. Whatever size you want, doesn't really matter. Don't have to be equal or anything, don't worry about that. So we're going up to that wee score line that one made. Oh, come on, there. The wee score lines, one at either side. So we're going to cut into here, and then we're going to right up to the top on both sides. Same here, cut from the top down, that 3/4 inch mark. I must have ink on my fingers again. And then go to that wee line you made, the wee score line, and just cut it across. And that is the shape that you're going for. What colour is this anyway that I am using? I forgot to mention it. I've just went and picked nice colours that belong. Is this lemon lime twist? It is lemon lime twist out of the brights. So keep your lid to the top. Get yourself a piece of scrap paper that you can stamp, and we're going to stamp some wee bats just in the black. So I'm using Memento, which I seem to get over myself constantly. Right, so these ones, it will be folded down toward you, so you want your bats coming down this way. So make sure you've got them the right way. Try and cover my bad marks. So that is that one done. I'll just show it to you. This one will be coming round like so. So your bats want to run this way. We do want to actually stamp these two because they'll be the ones that go around the sides, and we do want them looking nice, so make sure you leave a bit of room for that. You know, stamp right over the edge there, don't be afraid to go over the whole way up. Should really be turning this, but I'm just going for speed now. Shove a wee one in here, couldn't it? Alright, that seems okay. We could actually do this one, which is the bottom. Not really going to see it, but we'll just give it a couple anyway. And then the back one, we'll turn it around because the back one is going to be facing this way. So we want our bats running this way. Top one could have been done actually the same as this. So that wee 3/4 inch block in there, just do it to match this. Turn that back round and we'll do all this bit. We don't need to bother about the sides, so don't worry if you go over or anything, it's not going to show. It's a great wee stamp because it's doing the 3 bats all at once, which saves a bit of time, doesn't it? Now, I think I'm happy enough with that. That's that stamping done, and we'll just make up our wee box now. And this is just so simple. I'm sure you've worked out already how to do it. I'm going to corner around the corners of the lid end just to give it a wee finish. And then we'll do our score. Now, at this point, make sure everything's lining up. If you have to give it a wee shove, give it a shove. Show it who's boss. And then do these ones. Again, just make sure everything's folding down the way you want it to. And that is us. So first thing to do is fold those 2 wee ends in there, and we're going to put a bit of glue on them. So you want to take from this side and set them up straight so that they're actually pushed down onto the table, so that you can close them in and capture those 2 wee flaps, and you know that you're nice and locked straight. You know you're not crooked, not too high, not too low. So now you want to put glue on these 2 flaps here. Sorry, I was out of camera there. So, or if it's easier, go on this, whichever is easier for you to work with. And then fold them up so that you're catching. And again, just make sure that everything is going down so that these are all nicely lined up and catching the glue. You can go in with your bone folder, just make sure they're secured. No, you don't look nice to me. It's better. So, what you do now is put your treats inside. And the treats that I'm using are popping candy. I think there's 30 packets of different flavours, 3 different flavours or something. So try and give them a wee variety, I suppose. Orange, there's a strawberry one. And go with another big one. So you can arrange these up and down so that all the candy's not at one end, you know. And they should slip in there nicely. It does take the 5 there. I made them to fit exactly. And just get them lined up nice and straight at the front, and then that just tucks in. It doesn't tuck in because I haven't trimmed it properly. Make sure you trim those. The light I'm working with is something else. Now, please go in. Right, it's nice and neat, sits nice and neat, hold them right, so it's not going to pop up and down. I've made it to be that tight, you know, so that it's holding them. So now we want to do our wee faces, so you need a bit of your white card just, and we're going in with the orange. I'm going the opposite colours just so that it sticks out nicely. So this is pumpkin pie, and we're going to stamp his wee face. You see me using a card with the other wee face, which is really cute. Like, it's just too cute to be scary, isn't it? But perfect for wee young children. You don't want to scare the bejeepers out of them. So we're just going to plonk this here, leaving yourself a wee area that you can cut round. Now, the flat stamps are inclined to come out a wee bit blotchy, but for Halloween I think they're perfect. Just adds a wee bit of scariness to his face. So now you want to go in, well, when you have your coloured ink opened, get the Trick or Treat stamp. I'm using a very thin block here. I hate it, but I have it stuck on there now. It's really aggravating when it gets my fingers all inky and everything else. So stamp that there. Trick or Treat, and get this out of the road. We need his wee face now in black. Oh, here. Again, it's a wee cute face. You cannot say scary at all. So I should have put his hair on first, actually, which I would advise you to do so that you don't run out of space. And his hair is here, and it goes black as well. Of course, you could go multicolored, go with whatever colors you want. And then just line that up with his ears, sort of either side of his ear there. And that's him. He's all set. Oh, I'll keep my black open because I want to do a bit of inking. So for these, I just sort of cut in a straight line. You could put it into your cutter if you're not confident cutting it, but I'm not too bothered. Kids are not going to notice if you're a wee bit crooked, they're not. So when you do that, we're going to just dip it in the black ink and just give it a nice riggedy, inky, creepy edge, if you know what I mean. Make sure you dip it long enough so that you get enough ink on it. My ink is not so juicy anymore. But just to give you that wee highlight that it sets the name off. So I'm going to cut around this, leaving a wee white edge, and I'm going to cut these two out as well. I'm straight back. So I have those all cut out and some dimensionals on the back, and we're just going to stick them in place. And I would say start with your treat at the bottom so that you're leaving yourself enough room to put your wee face on, but not stick in the closure so that you can't get the box opened, you know. So Trick or Treat, put the treat at the bottom, and then we'll put his wee face on. just sort of line it up just above that. This one can go at a wee jaunty angle over here, and then this one here. So that is it all done. Trick or treat from the Tricks and Treats box. So some green, some yellow, some orange, one different colour for each of the boys. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'll have everything listed below, and I'll catch us all again soon. Thanks for watching now. Bye.